It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
I sat down with my accountant. He said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news?
190, round 80. Check 56. I got you, punk. Mike 56.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, but someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Cameron Jordan.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. This rushing attack sure looks pretty effective here on this opening drive.
Yeah, they're finding gaps with very little problem right now. If this is going to consistently be this way throughout the game, there's going to be some adjustments made on the defensive side of the ball.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check. Check, hot route. Hot, hot. Back, back, back. White, 89.
Back to Taylor on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Coming this way, Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. That's into the hands of Pascal. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll toss this right side to Mack. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
The quick slant caught. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Moore brought him down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 29, Brees. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Khari Willis showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here. Now Brees. This one into the hands of Burton. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
And the Saints first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now this time Brees will throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. But it'll be 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. 53's the Mike. 53, check 53.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray.
Go, go, go.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And Camaro with a carry there on first down as he works his way forward for a pickup of 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Brees to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
First down, Saints.
Ready. Yellow lady. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. What we got? What we got?
back to the ground. It's Kamara down to the 25.
Breeze with the handle.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
58, boys, 58. 58, Mike. Watch the backer.
Breeze now to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. A man who has done this a lot, Justin Houston, in there to record the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
For the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Keeps the score.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
He's brought down.
Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Bourne coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 43-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Now Breeze. Left side here to Sanders. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Two veterans, Breeze to Sanders there for a Saints first down.
Ready. Yellow lady. Watch my board. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready tonight.
A carry for the fullback. This is Mike Burton. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, watch that.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down.
Ready. Lady. Check, check. Watch me before. Watch me before. Hey, here we go.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. He's at the 30.
You gotta love it, baby. Give me some more.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Touchdown, Colts.
So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
58 to Mike. 13.
Another try after the first down sack. Breeze into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
He's got his man on the crossing route. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run here with Mack. And the Colts are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5. Again, it'll be Mack. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Third and goal.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Saints nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Kamara. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. This is taken at the 23. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
3 brings up 3rd and 8.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Harris returning. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
We got 3.
Breeze now. Space to maneuver at the 40. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
Complete.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
On the play. First down, Saints.
58's the mic. Check. 58, boys. 58's Mike. Here we go. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. 21.
Here's Breeze.
Go.
Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Watch the slant.
To throw, it's Breeze. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
At the 45-yard line.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a toss play. This is Mack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
24.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Get off the field. Wide, get wide. Hey, kill.
From the 30 on second down, Breeze. And the Colts pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen.
Throwing again. Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
380. Plus 56. I'm coming.
To the air again here, Rivers. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
At the Saints' 9-yard line.
Again, it's Rivers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, and it's 3rd and short.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll throw again, Rivers, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Colts 31, Saints nothing.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour? And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Danico Autry able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking on the midfield logo. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time. Receiver down, that allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
47's the mark.
To throw again, Rivers. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. Rivers 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. 3rd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back now in Indianapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Yellow waiting.
Record.
They run it again with Kamara. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and they add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, New Orleans.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage. The Saints on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. CD, this defense, man. At this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's good.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
33-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Toss play, it's Mack. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
Malcolm Jenkins on the coverage.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Throwing again. Rivers. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 2 veterans, Phillip Rivers fighting T.Y. Hilton, as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. at their own.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Let's get the ball. 58 to Mike.
Throwing now is Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Saints.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And the Saints first down.
Ready. Yellow weighty, yellow weighty.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Rip left, rip left.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
Complete.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30.
Again, it's Breeze. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down, New Orleans.
Ready. 5-9.
53. Check 53.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
53.
Now Breeze again. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Breeze pass.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Breeze to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. And he finds Cook. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Ready. 95-56.
Check 53's Mike.
6-man. Check curl.
They'll try and run it in with Burton. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Sammy.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again.
Is a turnover on downs.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Hey, bro, 80. 47. Time to go, night. 47 miles.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. Looking deep for Hilton. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a big conversion on 3rd for the Colts. 52 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.